Hi everybody, this is Bethany from Cranberry Essentials Tarot, and yesterday I did a video and I didn't plan on doing another one this soon. I did a reading yesterday on Gabby Petito and her fiance Brian Laundrie. Let me first just say, if you're watching these videos, please know that they could be a trigger warning. There could be a trigger warning needed for those of you who may have experienced domestic violence in any way, who have a history of it either. And honestly, I don't know of anybody who hasn't been touched by it in some way or another. But if this is something that, you know, is very strong influence within you, you may not want to watch it. But for right now, we are going to be taking a look. Like I said, yesterday when I did the video, I did it initially on Gabby and some information into the background of it. And yesterday, if you've been following this at all, you know that the Northport police in Florida went to go find Brian, and we're told that he was gone. So Brian disappeared. It's now come out he has been missing since Tuesday, and it is now Saturday. I've gone back and forth about this because the information that I got yesterday said that Brian was not directly involved with her independent. I mean, yes, he was involved. He was in the situation, but he did not harm her. That's what I got yesterday. I have not been able to get a clear reading as to, unfortunately, whether she has passed or not. But the interesting thing that I was told was that part of this journey, part of this experience is to bring light to the other situation that is out there, which is the two female hikers who were killed in that area. So that is a part of it as well, but it doesn't mean the two are connected to each other. For instance, that the one, I know that they've included that in their search, but they would have to. They would have to include that in what they were doing. I'm being told that that there are some in the area, because it happened in the same area, it's bringing light to it that it wouldn't necessarily have gotten, I mean, any other way. So this is sort of a way of moving it forward. So what we're gonna do is I want to do a reading today on Brian. I'm being told that he didn't directly cause it, and I think that when I try to focus on his energy, I get someone who was very much, I think he loved her or still loves her, and I think that her energy was, he could see a troubled soul, and he was trying to save a troubled soul. And I said that yesterday, that he went with her. I think he went with her because he knew that she was going to go one way or the other, and he wanted to make sure that she was safe. So again, this is still the energy I'm getting. His disappearance does not feel like he's running away because he's guilty. It feels like he went to find her to prove that he didn't kill her, because he's afraid of being he's afraid that he thinks the media has already branded him, that he will be painted as the reason why she has passed, or if she's missing. You know, I don't, you know, for whatever reason, I think he went to look for her. So, okay, so we're going to do a reading. I'm going to start off with I'm going to start off with the Enchanted Map ones because I think that gives us a good sort of general start for it. And then I'll go back to the Shaman's Oracle as well. Spirit, if I may have a message for the Great Group. We're focusing on Brian today. Okay, so let's give me an idea. Did he go back to find her? Did he go back to find her? Oops. Cleaning house. Cleaning up the situation. Let's try a little bit more here. Did he go back to find her? Whoa. Talisman. That's interesting. If you look at this card, it's a woman who is in the middle of nowhere, who is, has something that she thinks protects her. But she's sort of stressed on her blanket. By the way, there's a dragon. Ooh, there's a dragon on her arm, which is interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. The dragon has the same light as the talisman. She's yin and yang at the bottom. Balance. Did Brian go back to find her? I just said yin and yang, it was a balancing act. So it's a balancing act. So he has gone to put to right what people know. There's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a tight rope in the back with a ship sailing out that's balancing. So it's a thin line that he's balancing on. I think, he has a very distraught energy that he is putting off. I don't think he has gone to disappear for himself. I really don't. I think that he has a slow and steady. So the information is coming, but it's going to be a slow pace at it. And he's collecting stories. Come back to the bone collector. To me says stories, collecting information, collecting. So he's looking for her on the way. And that came up yesterday. And spark. I don't know what the spark has to do with it. Maybe he has an idea of where she is. All right. Spirit, can you tell me, did he go to find her? To locate her? Magic prayer. He knows she's lost. Okay. All right. So I'm not getting a whole lot of clarification on that one. I mean, it to me seems very like we're not supposed to. The whole energy has been like, we can only know part of it. We can't know all of it. And it's been really, really hard. And I know that it sounds like you're just a card reader. You don't understand. But I'm also reading energy. And we'll pull one more. Flying. is an overlook. It's got to do with something being at a high vantage point. All right. So we're gonna shift over to the Shaman's Dream tarot deck, and hopefully this will give us a little more insight. Brian, did he harm her? We're gonna ask that right a bit. Did Brian physically harm her? Did Brian physically harm Gabby? Did Brian physically harm Gabby intentionally? We're gonna add that in. Did Brian physically harm Gabby intentionally? Did Brian? Oh, my eye is twitching. Treasures hidden in the shadow. I don't know what that means. We've got Heart of the Home compassion. He had compassion for her. Cosmic womb. The divine feminine. Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. She was making plans. Confidence in your magic. I'm not getting a whole lot here. I gotta say, he has been a really hard one to read. So let's just do. I'm gonna go back. There's obviously a question that I don't want to ask. Okay. Was there a third party that was involved with Gabby's disappearance? Was there a third party that was involved with Gabby's disappearance? Ooh. The power of community. These are all the people that are looking for her. Was Brian involved with Gabby's disappearance? Intentionally? Did he intentionally harm her? Did Brian intentionally harm her? So he feels like he did, but he didn't. He thinks he drove her to whatever this is. It's meditation and stillness. Meditation and stillness. He feels like he drove her to something, and he didn't necessarily. That she had an underlying situation. Did he physically harm her intentionally? The opportunity was there. And he rose above the fray. So the opportunity was there and he walked away. All right. So I want to go back to the other deck. Since I'm talking more about Gabby. Obviously, she's a really strong energy. Presence-wise. Okay. Will Gabby be found within the next 24 hours? Will Gabby be found within the next 24 hours? We're back to the balancing act. Gabby be found within the next 24 hours? Into the unknown. And this is goblins, which to me speaks to a third party. Is there a third party involved in this? In Gabby's disappearance? Is there a third party involved in Gabby's disappearance? Listening. Was someone listening to them and decided that she needed help? Was somebody listening to them and decided she needed help? Magic stream, and it's upside down, so there's no water. Transformation or change. And she's stuck. I keep coming back to that flying card. It was right side up in the deck, even though that's where I turned it around. So, do I know more? No. All right, so we'll do one final question, and that is going to be, what do we want to ask? Does Brian know where she is? Does he think he knows where she is? Does Brian think he knows where she is? Oh, that's interesting. Chords are moving. Just checking. No cat in here and the cords are moving. All right. All right. Does Brian know where she is? All right. So I pulled 4 cards. I got Spark. Campfire, Spark Fire, Ghostlands, which if they're in the national parks in that area, it looks like a ghost land. It's pretty resolute. Rescue, he went to get her and bring her home. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this be for now. I'm sorry it's not more clarified than what I really wanted it to be, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this. You know, as always, my prayers are for everybody involved, that they find peace and solace, and that, you know, Gabby come home. She's a beautiful young lady. She's about the same age as my daughter, so my heart really breaks for all of them involved. And I hope that we get some peace out of this and that they get some peace out of this. All right. I'm wishing you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and know I'm sending blessings from Maine. Bye-bye.